All right. Good afternoon. We are here today to announce the arrest of 24-year-old Charles Rucker in the fatal shooting of 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle. I am joined today by Assistant Chief Ramey Cowell of our Investigative Services Bureau, Commander Kevin Kentish, who leads our Criminal Investigations Division, Don Snyder, who is the commander of the Capital Area Regional Fugitives Task Force, which is known as Cardiff, and Special Agent Joshua Stone from the FBI Washington Field Office. This arrest is a testament of diligent and hard work of our police officers and detectives that has occurred around the clock over the past week. From the moment this horrific call was received by members of our 1st District around 3 a.m. Saturday, July 5th, our detectives have not stopped their pursuit for justice. To Honesty's loved ones, we know today's news does not make you whole again. Nothing we can do will be able to fill the void left by Honesty's passing, but we do hope that the arrest brings some measure of comfort to your family as you grieve. I want to thank all of our partners who assisted in bringing this case to closures. Rucker's apprehension this afternoon was due to the nonstop investigative work of our major case detectives in Cardiff. We also want to thank the FBI Washington Field Office and the U.S. Marshal Services for their assistance for bringing from the very beginning. I tell you, the collaboration and the partnerships between the Metropolitan Police Department and our federal partners is one that is a long-lasting relationship, but it certainly proves today how those relationships are very, very important here in our city. And we certainly thank them for assisting us also with raising the amount of the reward for information leading to Rucker's arrest. I would also like to thank the D.C. United States Attorney, Judge Janine Pirro, and her office for her continued partnership and for working with us to ensure that we get violent offenders off the street. I will now turn it over to Assistant Chief Ramey Cowell, who will go greater in detail with regards to the investigation.
Good afternoon. I'm Ramey Cowell, the Assistant Chief of the Investigative Services Bureau. This case was handled by detectives from MPD's major case squad from the very beginning. The investigation revealed that 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle was shot while seated in the back seat of a vehicle with family members parked in the 1000 block of 14th Street Southeast. Around 3 a.m. on Saturday, July 5th, Charles Rucker walked down the street and approached that vehicle. Rucker then began firing multiple rounds into that vehicle, striking Honesty. No one else in the vehicle was injured in the shooting. Rucker fled the area on foot. Our officers immediately responded to the location and began rendering aid to Honesty, and DC Fire and EMS responded and transported her to the hospital. Detectives quickly recovered video that was critical to solving this case. That video, along with the assistance of DC Housing Authority police officers with knowledge of this community, helped identify Rucker as the sole suspect in this offense. While we know Rucker committed this shooting on his own, we do not know his motivation at this time. Once Rucker was identified as a suspect, we obtained a DC Superior Court arrest warrant for first-degree murder while armed. Rucker was ultimately arrested this afternoon in Northeast due to the investigative work of the Capital Area Regional Fugitive Task Force. The coordination between all the agencies standing here today is the reason why we were able to identify and apprehend Rucker so quickly. I also want to commend Detectives Brian Brador and Detective Thurman Stallings, who are the lead detectives on this case. I'll now turn it back to Chief Smith.
What I'll say just in closing, and then we'll open it up for questioning, but this case is the exact reason why we focus so heavily on the use and possession of illegal firearms in our community. I also want to thank our community for coming forward with tips that aided this investigation. We know how much this case will continue to have an impact across our community, but we want to know that we're standing with you, and we're working very diligently every single day to ensure that we bring gun offenders to justice and removing them from our community. And we will also ask that if there's anyone who has any information, additional information that they would like to share with us, please contact us at 202-727-9099 or a text tip at 50411, and you will remain anonymous. We will now take any questions you may have.
Thanks. How many people other than Honesty were in the vehicle, and did Rucker have a pre-existing relationship?
I'll allow Assistant Chief Cowell to provide a response to that.
Yes, there were several members of Honesty's family in that car. Nobody was hit. And at this time, we have not established a relationship between Rucker and the family members inside the car.
Yes.
In terms of him being found in Northeast, at this time, you know if he was staying in someone's home or if there were others that essentially helped him.
That's still a part of the investigation. Just keep in mind the arrest was made today, and we're certainly happy that we have removed him off of within our community, but that's still a part of the investigation. Yes, sir.
We had heard that the suspect was known to the family. How helpful were they in helping the investigation?
I think that's still a part of the investigation. I think I read it in the newspaper as well that the family had some sort of relationship with Mr. Rucker, but at this time, again, just a couple of hours ago, he was under arrest. We still have some more investigation to go with regard to the case. Yes, sir. I have not had a chance to speak to the family, and one of the reasons is obviously this has been a very fast-moving investigation, and we've been very intentional about ensuring that we were not compromising any portions of it. And just having heard that, and even read last night that Mr. Rucker had some relation with the family, sometimes we want to be very careful about that. Any other questions? Yes, sir. That's okay.
I know Rucker in 2021 was arrested on some gun and drug charges in an apartment complex not too far away from where the shooting took place. Do you have any information on that? I know he was arrested, was he convicted, was he in prison? Do you know what happened with that?
I'm not sure about the details of that, but Chief Kyle, do you have that information, or Commander Kentish? We don't have that information in depth, as we do know he was arrested prior, but we just don't have the full details of that as of right now.
Okay, and lastly, I don't know if I missed this. Do you know who the intended target was? I know she was with family in that car.
Part of the investigation. The hope is, obviously whenever we have a suspect or we apprehend a suspect or someone, that's part of the questioning is in the background with regards to what occurred actually. Yes, ma'am. I'll ask you next.
Still working to learn more about the motive and some of the tips and key information that came in. Was there any mention of an issue between two groups in that area that Rucker may have had some issues with or may have thought?
At this time, we are not seeing any issues with any particular group or any organized group in that particular area. Sir.
Again, you don't know the motives, but you talked about getting illegal guns off the street. Is it frustrating? I don't know if that's the right word, but for your officers to investigate, someone walking up to a car with tons of people inside and shooting multiple times and a 3-year-old passed away.
It is frustrating. And I think this community know how I feel about, and I think our police department feel about, these illegal guns. I can tell you my team is working very, very diligently every single night over the July 4th weekend with removing illegal weapons off of within our communities. I think with regards to the frustration piece, it's very frustrating. In this particular case, what we do know, just based on the preliminary investigation, is that this seemed to be an intended shooting. It was not one where we believe at this time that there were other individuals that were being sought at that time.
Chief,
Yes, sir.
when you all put out the arrest warrant for Mr. Rucker, was it your understanding as well that there was some relationship?
We did not. That was not revealed to us at that time. I think that I actually read about it last night. That there was some type of familial relationship between the Mr. Rucker and the family. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Based on his past arrests showing it was in there, do you guys know at this time if he did live in that neighborhood?
Yes, he did live in the neighborhood. That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Just to clarify, he's been arrested. What's he been charged with? First-degree murder?
I'm sorry?
What's he been charged with?
Yes, first-degree murder. Yep. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.